Hello everybody, my name is Rolak and welcome back to Pokemon Leaf Green. In the last episode, we went over a lot of the status effects, caught ourselves some new party members, and in this episode we're going to be heading through the rest of Viridian Forest, and we are, we're going to be getting into our first actual, no, what? Oh, okay. Never mind, that's not a trainer fight. Potion. And potion right here. Also, I should bring up something. Your item slot is not unlimited. You have a limited amount of items that you can put in. I'm not exactly too sure of the exact number. I'm not too sure if there is an exact number. I'll put up on screen what the exact number is. But yeah, your bag space is not unlimited. There's a certain limit as to what your bag can hold. So be cautious of that when you're going around collecting a bunch of stuff. Anyway, in this episode, I'm going to be explaining abilities. Abilities are unique to certain Pokemon. Some abilities don't do a whole lot, or some abilities have actually quite a lot of useful benefits. Pikachu's ability, for example, is Static. Static makes whenever a Pokemon physically hits Pikachu, it has a chance of causing paralysis, which is very, very helpful. Some Pokemon, most of the starters, or all the starters, have the base ability of either Overgrowth, Torrent, or Blaze, which each increase the ability of their, which either increases grass, water, or fire, respectively, when they're under a third of their health. Some Pokemon can pick up items with abilities. Some Pokemon can just get straight up stat boosts from abilities. Some Pokemon can ignore certain abilities as well. But yeah, this is our first official trainer fight. Next to that one fight with there's two fights with Blue. Please don't poison me. Okay, good. So yeah, trainer fights work a bit differently than wild Pokemon fights. Once you encounter a trainer, you have, if your eyes meet, as in you get into their field of view, you have to fight. There's no way around it. There's no yes or no. You are destined to fight the person. It's apparently law in this Pokemon world where you will always have to fight a person no matter what. It's also law that once you defeat the trainer, they will always have to give you money. And also in your case, you just completely black out. I think it's white out in some games, but yeah, you just faint, essentially. I don't know why, but you just do. So yeah, battles are pretty straightforward. I'm going to be cutting out most like non-important battles. I am going to be keeping in battles like such as boss fights and whatnot. But for the most time, I am going to be cutting out just standard Pokemon fights. Unless something interesting happens, like a Pokemon starts evolving, then, you know, I'll go into detail. I'll just keep the film rolling, is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, defeated Rick. The amount of money you get also depends on the type of trainer you fight. Most, like, kids don't really give you a whole lot, but some adult-type trainers do give you quite a bit of money. And we're going to go into another fight. This guy's got 3. Most likely the standard Pokemon. Oh yeah, I should also go over the Pokemon that you'll find in Viridian Forest. So obviously there's Pikachu. Pikachu, by the way, has a 5% chance to for you to encounter. So I got very, very lucky with that. Pikachu is your standard Electric-type Pokemon. It's also the face of the entire Pokemon franchise. It's quite a popular pick. It's also Pikachu is really good. It's a speedy electric type. It's one of the best electric types in the game, actually. I enjoy using him, and his evolution is even better. He only evolves using an item called a Thunderstone, though. So, there are a couple of Pokemon that can evolve by uses of items. Pikachu is one of which. Pikachu uses the Thunderstone to evolve. We don't have the Thunderstone yet, and also you don't want to evolve Pikachu right away once you get him, because if you do so, you're missing out on some moves, because the stone evolutions don't actually have that many new moves for you to learn. Aside from Pikachu, there's Weedle and Caterpie. I think Weedle is only in... I'm not entirely certain about, like, versions. Some Pokemon do appear in different versions, or have a higher chance of appearing in versions. You got poisoned. Weedle and Caterpie, they're your basic bug-type Pokemon. They evolve into Metapod and Kakuna, respectively. Beedrill and Butterfree aren't really all that, like, they're not really the best Pokemon. If you want some there's not really a whole lot of good bug types in the game, to be perfectly honest. Once we get in later in the game, there are some good ones, but as it currently stands, the bug-type Pokemon really aren't all that worth picking up. The only benefit to it is that the bug Pokemon in this area do evolve quite fast. I think you're going to be getting a Butterfree by like level 10 or 11 or something like that. And you're also going to be getting some early Psychic-type moves, so those are helpful. But they're really not all that worth picking up. Aside from that, you can also find Kakuna and Metapod just lying around as well. Very simple stuff. Took out Doug. And we're going to be moving on. As you notice that we're walking around, that little screen shakes indicating that our Pokemon's taking damage, and soon after enough steps, Lucky fainted. So we have to go and heal him up again. I will cut back to when we get back to that. Okay, so now that we're at this point, I think it's safe to say, oh, now I encounter an antidote. Antidotes cure poison. There's a bunch of different medicines that actually do cure status ailments. Some of them are quite easy to find, but for the most part, they're, you know, mostly impossible to avoid. Man, another Pikachu? Wow. Lucky indeed. I'm gonna run away from you, though. So yeah, you can use medicine to cure your Pokemon of certain status ailments. I'm actually wondering what's over there. Oh, boy. Alright, what is over here? Oh, another trainer. Okay, good. The thing with Pokemon games is that you always want to fight every trainer you find. You always want to do that because they give really, really good experience. And in early levels, you really want that because, by God, there are some trainers that are extremely difficult to deal with. Okay, I'm getting really tired of these critical hits popping up every now and then. I should also go over critical hits. Critical hits are a random chance of your move dealing twice the normal damage, as well as ignoring any status effect. So if a critical hit happens and the Pokemon has like raised defenses, that completely ignores it and just deals straight, really strong damage. There are some moves. I think there's some abilities. Ooh, Thunder Wave, that's nice. Thunder Wave actually gives paralysis to the opponent just like that, so it's very, very helpful for catching Pokemon. There are some abilities and moves that increase your chance of... Oh, sorry. There are some abilities and moves that increase your chance of getting a critical strike. I believe there's Focus Energy, which is the most common move to increase your critical strike. And some moves just have a high chance of critical... Whoa, Jesus. What is with these critical hits? Some moves do have a high chance of activating a critical strike, but this is ridiculous. That's like 6, I think, in the past 3 episodes. That is ridiculous. And there's just a loop around, I think. Yeah. Alright, we're going to cut through all this grass because I don't want to show off all the wild battles. Alright, now we're over here with this guy. Did you know that Pokemon evolve? Also, a lot of the times when a trainer wants to fight you, they just say something random and then you fight. More often than not, it doesn't make sense because they don't indicate that they want to fight you. They're just giving you like little helpful advice. Like, hey, you know Pokemon can evolve? Alright, let's fight. It doesn't make sense half the time. It's really, really weird. It's also really, really strange. And they're more or less the same thing, if anything. But yeah, there's no real excuse for why Pokemon trainers just randomly fight you. It's apparently it's the law in the world that if a trainer sees you, you have to fight them, no matter what. If you try to run away, they call you a bitch, and you can't run away. Your morale has been lowered, and you have to accept that you're fighting somebody. But yeah, it gets pretty ridiculous. And it's not ridiculous; it's just standard how the game plays. Then again, in the anime, that never really happened, to be perfectly honest. But I don't really care about the anime, so we're not going off of that. Doing our Thunder Shock. There we go. I'm gonna send out another Metapod. This is getting pretty boring. I'm just gonna cut away from this because Metapod's just gonna use Harden over and over again and not do anything. And another shot should do it in. Luckily, electric type moves are special, so Harden doesn't really do a whole lot for it. Yep, you're almost done. Hey, gotta pan out the episode somehow. Might as well do it like this. Alright, there we go. Bug catcher Charlie. Alright, and we are close to exiting Viridian Forest. Oh, sorry for that noise. Just right around this corner. What does this say? Trainer tips. Can't catch a Pokemon that belongs to someone else. Throw Pokeballs only at wild Pokemon to catch them. Yes, if you do try to... I should probably bring this up. If you do try to throw a Pokeball at a trainer's Pokemon, they will block it and you will waste a Pokeball. So, don't do that. So the final trainer that is in this forest is just some guy using a Weedle. That's a high level 9 Weedle. It's kind of stupid, to be honest. He's just using String Shot. Nope, that's Poison Sting. That might kill me. Ooh, just barely. I dealt 3 damage, so hopefully the next hit doesn't... Oh, okay, I just go fast. That's weird. Should also bring up different stats. Should probably also bring that up as well. So, each Pokemon has 6 different stats. There's HP, obviously, which is your hit points. Once that reaches 0, your Pokemon's done. There's Attack. Attack increases your damage you deal with, what's it called? Physical moves, such as normal type moves and I think flying type moves. There's Defense, which increases or decreases the amount of damage you take from physical attacks, mostly just from the attack stat. Special Attack, which increases your special type moves, such as electric type moves and all the starter type moves, because for some reason they're all special. There's Special Defense, which obviously increases defense against special moves, and then there's Speed. Speed determines which Pokemon is going to go first in a battle. If the speed is tied, I think it's just it's a what's it called? It's a coin flip. It's a random chance of that happening, or a random chance of just a Pokemon going first. Anyway, we have made it to Pewter City. $50 for a child's ticket. Your character is 10 years old, so yeah, it does make sense. Aerodactyl fossil, primitive and rare Pokemon. What is this one? Kabutops. Alright. Is there anything for us to actually, like, see in here? Space shuttle. I have one, but I'm not giving you mine. Space exhibit, huh? Alright. I've never actually been in here. Alright, there's not much to be seen here. As for anything else we can do, we can't really do a whole lot more. We have made it to the first instance of a gym. You know what? I think we're going to call it an episode for here. Because we have... Oh, actually, hang on. There's a little thing right here. I think right here. There we go. Pokeball. There are also, as accordance with Pokeball just capsules lying around, those are items. There are also hidden items everywhere. You do attain an item that you can obtain later down the road that will find you items. But you can also look for indents in the grass, which wasn't evident there, but you can look out for those. Those will be your items as well. As for the time being, yeah. So we're going to end the episode here, and we're going to go into the gym next episode. So, next time on Pokemon Leaf Green, we're going to be doing just that. We're going to be heading into the gym and encountering our first gym leader. See you guys then.